Two enemies, one deserted island. No escape, no backup, no mercy. What happens when the only way to survive is to trust the man you were trained to kill? This is Hell in the Pacific. The sky is calm, endless blue stretching across the Pacific. An American fighter plane slices through the air, low and fast. Inside the cockpit, a lone pilot scans the horizon, focused, disciplined, unaware that death is seconds away. Suddenly, anti-aircraft fire explodes from below. The sky erupts in smoke and fire. Metal tears apart. The engine screams. Warning lights flash wildly. The pilot fights the controls, pulling hard, trying to climb. Another blast hits. The plane spirals downward, spinning helplessly toward the ocean. Impact. Silence. Waves crash over burning wreckage. Moments later, a single figure drags himself onto the shore. Alive. Stranded. And no longer alone.
The pilot stumbles through the thick jungle, weak but alert. Every sound feels dangerous. Every shadow feels alive. He searches for water, for shelter, for any sign of rescue. Then, footprints. Fresh. Not his. He freezes. Somewhere on this island, someone else survived. Watching. Waiting. Across the trees, a Japanese naval officer moves silently through the brush. Disciplined. Focused. Armed. Their eyes finally meet from a distance. No words. No hesitation. Just recognition. Enemy. Training takes over instantly. Weapons are raised. Trust is impossible. The war they left behind has followed them here. And on this tiny island, there will be no neutral ground.
The jungle turns into a battlefield. No uniforms matter now, only survival. The American moves carefully, crafting crude weapons from wreckage and wood. The Japanese officer studies the terrain, patient, calculating every step. They stalk each other through thick trees and sharp cliffs. A trap is set. A rope snaps tight. One gains the upper hand. Moments later, it shifts again. Predator becomes prey. Prey becomes predator. Neither man speaks the other's language, but hatred needs no translation. Every glance carries warning. Every movement could mean death. But as the sun burns overhead and thirst tightens their throats, it becomes clear. The island is watching, and it is far more merciless than either of them. The heat grows unbearable. The sun hangs above them like punishment. Sweat burns their eyes. Thirst cracks their lips. Hunger weakens their steps. They stop chasing each other, not out of peace, but because survival demands it. Fresh water is almost impossible to find. Food is scarce. The jungle offers nothing without a fight. Storms roll in without warning, drenching them, destroying shelter, washing away fire. The ocean surrounds them like a prison wall. Slowly, they realize the truth. Killing each other won't save them. Even victory here means dying alone. On this island, nature doesn't care who wins the war. It only tests who can endure it.
Exhaustion changes everything. The constant tension fades into something heavier, desperation. One day, they discover an abandoned hut hidden near the shoreline. Inside, tools, containers, a trace of hope. For the first time, they stand under the same roof without attacking. Silence fills the space. Suspicion lingers in every glance. But thirst speaks louder than pride. They begin using gestures, simple signs, cautious movements. An awkward understanding forms. They gather coconuts together. They share fire. Not friends, not allies,
just two soldiers realizing that survival is impossible alone. And on this island, cooperation isn't weakness. It's the only way forward. Hope arrives in the form of wreckage. Half buried in the sand, an old life raft. Damaged, torn, but not useless. They look at it the same way, a chance. Together, they repair it, tying knots, patching holes, working in silence, side by side. For the first time, they are building something instead of destroying. The raft touches water. They push it forward. The island slowly fades behind them. Freedom feels close. Then, the sky darkens. Winds roar across the ocean. Waves rise like walls. The storm hits without mercy. Wood snaps. Rope tears. The raft shatters beneath them. And once again, the sea decides their fate.
They wash back onto the same shore, broken, exhausted, silent. No anger left, no strength for pride. The war feels distant now, almost meaningless. Days pass. They share food without arguing. They sit near the same fire without reaching for weapons. Small gestures replace hostility. A look of understanding. A brief moment of laughter. The island has stripped them of everything. Rank, nation, ideology. All that remains is survival. They are no longer American and Japanese. They are simply two men. Two survivors who finally understand. Hatred is heavy. And on this island, there is no room left to carry it.
One morning, they stand together on the beach. The ocean stretches endlessly before them. A boat appears on the horizon, tiny, distant, uncertain. Rescue? Another threat? They do not know. But they do know this: the battle between them is over. Pride and hatred have been washed away by salt, sweat, and survival. They no longer need to fight each other. Only the sea remains, a vast, indifferent judge. As they watch the waves crash and the sky burn with dawn, one truth stands clear: survival has changed them forever. On this island, humanity almost won.